mitzvah, mitzvah through ASMR. Okay, so you've come in to get some hair tinsel like I have here. I did this to myself, which it's hard to do on yourself, so I think it's gonna come out much better on you, although it's not too bad on me. And I understand you picked gold as well. Yes, I think right now is the time for gold. So this is the kit. I just think gold is so pretty. It matches my necklace too. Okay, now, before we get started with the hair tinsel, I wanted to offer a little bit of wine. We offer just a little. Let me show you. So we've got this high Merlot, and I opened this today, so it's not old. Do you want some? Okay, yeah. And we serve it in this little jar. Oh, it's got gold too. You can see gold is the theme for tonight. And they make us use these little jars so we don't give you too much wine. I've been known to be pretty generous with the wine, so they told me use these little ones. Okay. Oh yes, this lovely wine stopper. The top is handmade by, I forget what it's called. It's not glass blowing. It's like glass torching. There's a word for it. There's a small local artist that made this for us. And you can see it's actually a white rose. It's very pretty. Yeah, we get compliments on it. I'm gonna have to let the artist know the next time I see them. Okay, so let's just pour you a little bit right here. We can do a little bit more than that. If you don't tell, I won't tell. Okay, oops. Try not to spill that, okay? Okay, so do you want to give it a smell first? I think sometimes wine smells really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna hand this over to you. And you just sip on that, okay? Just take your time, sip it gently. We're just gonna talk for a minute so you can sip it freely. And then when it's time for me to put in the tinsel, you don't want to move your head too much. So I'll make sure that you can take sips in between when I go to get more tinsel. Okay. So let me put the wine away. Okay, perfect. Okay, and so what I was thinking was we're gonna install it kind of like how mine is, and you have bangs as well, so we'll put like maybe a few streaks in your bangs, and then we'll get some face framing layers and maybe some at the bottom here you can see. And if you think mine isn't looking too nice right here, please don't be alarmed. Like I said, I did this myself. It's much harder to install on yourself than on someone else. And I just accidentally cut these a little too short and placed them a little too close together. Now there's a few ways that we can do this. We can take individual tinsel strings and tie a knot into your hair. It won't hurt or anything. And so that will be very thin streaks. It'll just be like 1 or 2 pieces of tinsel all throughout your hair, and those will just fall out naturally over time as the hair comes out. The other option, which is the option that I have, is that I don't know if you can see, but there's like a bead that you put a piece of hair and a bunch of tinsel through, and then you kind of like flatten the bead and it keeps it all in place. That's how you can get like a larger chunk of tinsel. You can see this is definitely more than 1 strand of tinsel, so it's for bigger streaks like what I have. Like even in the front here, that's a bigger streak. And so it's really, there's no right or wrong. You can do whichever one you want. What do you think? You think you want the beads so that you can have bigger streaks? Yeah, there's no wrong answer, but I do like that look. I just like having larger chunks that you can really like notice. Someone today thought I had highlights. They saw me on a video call and they thought it was highlights. Okay, so let me show you the product a little bit more. I'm just gonna open this up and show you the tools. So first we have the hair, and it's quite long, and your hair is long, but not this long. So what we do is we install it, and then we just snip the length. So that's one item. I know, my beads are falling out. We have this little bag of beads. I'm gonna try to grab one. So it's quite small. I don't know if you can, whoops, if you can tell, if I just put it right there. It's very, very small. And we're gonna use pliers to close them so that they stay really nice and snug. And for putting the beads on, we've got 2 options there too. We've got this tool, which kind of has like a little hook. There's like a little mark there, and then you push it back. The other one that I like to use more is this little loop, or you can see it here. See how it's like a little flexible metal loop, and we put a bead on there, and then we put the hair through the loop, and we pull when the bead pulls through, and you have some tinsel with the hair. So I think I'm going to use that method. Is that okay? Okay, so let me just grab, I left the scissors and the pliers in the other room. I was cleaning them, so let me go get those. You just sip on your wine and I'll be right back, okay? So we're back, and we've got the pliers. Don't be alarmed. It's not as scary as it looks. And then we've got these scissors. Oh yeah, I think scissors moving across as if I'm cutting energy. I think it's really relaxing too. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so let me get the tinsel out. Okay, so let me show you what the tinsel looks like. It's very gold, and this is the hardest part. Honestly, this is like the messiest part, is working with the tinsel. I've got this little piece that I'm going to tie the parts we're not using with. So let's just take a little section like this. Okay, perfect. I'm going to tie the rest of it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this on the part we're gonna put it on. Okay. Now let me get a bead. Oh boy. You're gonna see why this was so difficult to do on myself, but not on other people. Okay, so we're gonna take the bead and do you see it? There it is, the bead. We're just gonna push that bead down. Okay, so now the bead is at the bottom, and I'm gonna take the strand of hair and the tinsel, and here I'll just show you all the way down here first. So if I can get it all through, there we go. Oops, no, I didn't do it. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I got it. So we've got a piece of tinsel, thick piece of tinsel and hair in the loop, and I'm gonna push the bead through, and I'm also gonna move this closer to your root because we want the root, the bead right all the way up the root, and we're just gonna make it go through, and then we pull that out. Okay, and so now the bead is where we want it. It's right by the root. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these tweezers and we're just going to, okay. See, and that didn't hurt at all, right? Yeah. Okay, and so now that is nice and snug. It's not going anywhere. And so here is the strand, but we're just gonna snip it because it's just a little too long. Okay, see? Oh look, I could add more bangs. Actually, that would look nice. Okay. So how is that feeling? Do you want to touch it and feel the bead? Yeah, it is a little weird when you go to touch it and you feel it, but it doesn't hurt, right? Okay. Oh yeah, sip on your wine while I'm getting the next one ready, but thank you for not sipping while I was doing that. And that's what we can do every time I go to put in a new strand. You can sip on your wine. How do you like it, by the way? Yeah, I really like it too. It's a good Merlot, I would say. Okay, so let's do the next one. So we've got another strand, and I've tried to keep it about the same amount of tinsel. Okay, so now I put one on like kind of, not the back, but right around here. I'm gonna do it on this side in the same place. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Now, where'd my thing go? Oh, I've already got the bead on. Okay, and then we're gonna loop it through. Okay, let's push the bead in. Okay, see, no more bead. Okay, and now let's take a look. We want to trim it at like the same length as the other one. Okay, just hold still. And there we go. Okay. Oh, it already looks so cute. You've got two on each side. And then what I think we'll do is we'll do some, because again I did it on this part, we'll do some closer, like I have some closer for me, and then we'll do your bangs. Okay, so next we've got another bit of tinsel. I just think it's so beautiful. Like I said, now is the time for golds and yellows, I think. Okay, so let's place it right here. Okay. Keep losing that thing and then finding it. It's all good. Okay, we've got another bead. And now let's loop it through. Okay. And now we're gonna just... Here, I don't know if you can see it. There's the bead. I'm gonna show you, I think. I'm just gonna pull the bead down. So the bead is right here. So you can see we've got all those strands of hair and tinsel inside the bead. And I can just move it back and forth, but we're gonna move it up your hair, all the way up. Okay. Oh goodness, I just realized something. I never clamped down the bead on the other side. Let me just adjust it. Okay, hold on, I just have to push it up slightly. It didn't even fall really that much. Let me just clamp it. Okay. I'm surprised it didn't fall out when you were touching it. Okay, now let me clamp in this bead. And don't be shy to say something. If you notice I forget to clamp the bead, tell me. Okay, and I know it's like I'm pressing so hard because the bead is hard, but it never actually hurts. It just looks like a lot of effort. Okay, great. So we've got that one in. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side right here. So let me grab another one. What I think I'll do, I know you're thinking I skipped another step, I didn't snip it, but what I'm going to do is do the other side and then snip both of them. I think it's just easier to tell that they're the same length. So let me get this side. And here's my bead. Okay. And here we go. We're going to have it loop through again. Pull this up and we push the bead in. Perfect. Now let me clamp it first and then we'll trim. Okay, so now that we've got that done, let's trim both sides. We'll do this side first. Okay, that's what we trimmed. And now let me get the other side. Oh, this side is a little bit longer. You can see some long strands there. And just look straight ahead. Perfect, okay. Now sip on your wine while I do the final touches for the bangs. Just getting another bead on. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the way I'll place this next set of tinsel, I'm gonna place it so that there's a strand here and a strand here. Yeah, we'll use less tinsel to get more that way. So let me just place it, and what I'm gonna do is lift some of your bangs up and put it under the under layer. So, okay, right there. Actually, this strand here. Okay, perfect. So now we've got the two strands. And we're gonna put a bead right in the center. So let's move this up, and then we'll push the bead through. Perfect. I'm just gonna center it a little more. Oh no. Here we go. There we go. Work with me. Okay. Now we're gonna and now I'm just gonna move the top layer of bang to cover that. Okay. Yeah, you can't really see it. You have to like really be moving it a lot to notice that like the bead. Oops, I'm just gonna fix mine. Okay. But yeah, you shouldn't see the bead too much, and it matches your hair color. Okay. So now let's trim this. We're gonna just cut very short. Okay. And now I think we should do one more streak because you've got a streak right here, a streak right here, that out of the way, and then I think there should be one kind of like off to one side. I think this side. What do you think? Okay. We'll get our final amount of tinsel, and we're just gonna put it off to the side like this, and we're gonna cut the excess too. So here we go. We see that. Where's my bead? There it is. It's a lot of traffic out there tonight. Okay, so we're gonna push this through. Oh, that strand is a little shorter. Let me just pull that strand through. Okay, and now, okay, so we got the bead. And now let's clamp it in. Okay. And now let's just trim. I'm going to trim the back part first because we don't need as much tinsel for this one extra like strip here. Okay, and then we'll just, I just want to get it like, okay. Okay, so sometimes that's going to be in your vision just slightly. Depends how you have your bangs styled. So what do you think? I'm just pulling out some of the strands of hair you have. I think you look really great, just radiant. Gold is your color. It looks better than mine, actually. But like I told you, it was gonna look better on you than on me. Okay, how do you feel? Yeah, it's nice to just have something extra going on, you know? It like just adds a little something. Yeah, I'm glad that you like it. I like mine too, even though it didn't come out as good as yours. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. This is actually one of my favorite things to do is the hair tinsel, but people don't request it too often just because I think, I don't know, they think it's like childish, but I think life is supposed to be about living and having fun and doing what you want to do. Okay, so you're just about done with that wine? Sure, take your last sips. Okay, and actually you can just put it on the table next to you. I'll take care of it when I go to clean everything up. Did you have any questions for me? Oh yes, how do they come out? They usually won't fall out on their own, although I suppose they could over time. What you'll want to do is take the pliers, and so I smushed them flat, and all you have to do is smush them the other way and they'll open back up, and then they come right out. And if you need any assistance with it, you can come back. I can take them out free of charge, absolutely. You know, of course. I know sometimes it can be hard to do it on yourself. I know very well, actually. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming in. You just look radiant, absolutely radiant. Come back anytime. If you have any trouble or you want assistance taking them out, or if you ever want to do different colors, come back anytime or call if you have questions. Okay, my dear, thank you so, so much for coming in. You just look so, so, so beautiful. Okay, good night. Thank thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and as always, Toda Rabah, Laila Tov. Thank you very much and good night.